Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Angelique Sabrina. I am an echocardiographer if you're new here, and today we're going to be talking about an amazing medical device. So if you work at all in healthcare, then you understand the importance of being able to find veins, and that's what this medical device helps us with today. As the name suggests, it's called Aimvein, and I think this device is super cool. I can't wait to demonstrate it for you and show you how it works. A lot of times echocardiographers are certified for starting IVs, and this is just a common occurrence. Obviously, if you work in healthcare at all, or if you do Botox or anything like that, you need to be able to know where you're aiming to either find the vein or avoid the vein. And that is exactly what this device does. So before we get into the unboxing, when I was playing around with this product, a memory came to mind when I was at work the other day. And if you know anything about echocardiographers, sometimes we need IVs because we either have to do contrast on the patient or sometimes we have to do a bubble study. In this case, I needed to do a bubble study, which is something that you test for to look for a hole in the heart in case a patient has potentially had a stroke because of that. So this patient needed a bubble study. They had one IV and it was currently running medication that could not be stopped, and their nurse was unable to find the vein to get me another IV to get this patient care. And I was thinking, like, wow, if they had this product, that's probably something that wouldn't have happened or gotten in the way, and that patient would have been able to get the proper care that they needed, because that's just the nature of everyone's bodies. Everyone's body is so different, and people are sometimes known as what's called a hard stick, when you're trying everything but you're just bruising and you cannot find the vein. So that is really a hole, I think, in healthcare that this product sort of fills, which is super cool. Okay, so let's get into this unboxing and take a look at what comes inside. So when you open this box, you're going to see the device that comes with. You're also going to see the charger, another cord, and then there also is a stand that you can get with it to help you keep the product level while you're using it. The package also comes with this user manual, which is very, very thorough, and I highly recommend reading through all of this before you use it, but I'm gonna go over today some of the key points in this manual. But like I said, please do take the time to read this because it goes over other things, including how to maintain the device, the best ways to optimize usage of the device, how to clean it, and then of course its shelf life and how to store it. So here is the product and what it looks like. Right now it's off. I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I turn it on. So the power button is right here at the top. I'm gonna hold it for 3 seconds. And now the device is on. Another thing that's really cool, this power button is multifunction. So you can see here there's a green light, right? So that means that it is in working mode. So we can see it's projecting. If I hit this once, now it is in sleep mode and this light has turned blue, but it's not projecting anymore, so it's in sleep mode. So you can have it on and toggle between the screen without it projecting. And then on this side, this is what the projector looks like. So now that we've turned our device on, let's play with it and see what it can do. So here is the setup we're going to be working with. You can see the device right here, and this is the stand I was talking about. It's gonna help to keep everything steady as I demonstrate. So before we try out this product, let's focus on the screen and all of our options. So I'm just gonna hold this down to turn it on. Okay, so now that our device is on, we can see the options we have on our screen, starting with size, color, inverse, which I'll go over what that means, brightness, and then there is another page that says enhanced and storage. So there are 6 key functions of this device. There's 11 color modes, which is right here, 3 projection sizes, which is going to be the size option, 3 brightness levels, the enhanced mode, and the inverse mode, which is right here. So first, let's take this out of sleep mode, and we're gonna do that by clicking the power button once until the light turns green. And now we can see our projection and all of the superficial veins. While we're here, let's go through our sizes. I'm gonna start by clicking the OK button on the size toggle. And you're gonna see that it pops up with 3 options. Right now, I'm on the largest size, which is perfect for arms and legs. Let's move over 1 size to the medium. That's gonna be perfect for the face. And then 1 more size is the smallest. That's gonna be great for kids. So let's move back over to the largest size. Keep in mind, you want your device to be at a 90-degree angle to the vasculature, and you also want the area that you're focusing on to be 10 inches away from the projector. What makes this a little bit easier is to use a table to balance your arm so that you can make sure you're at the proper distance from the device. Now we're gonna hit our back button once, which is gonna take us back to the home screen, and we're gonna move over to one toggle, and that's our color toggle. This is where we're gonna have the most options because there are 11 color modes, and I'm gonna go through each one with you now. Focusing on our screen now, we're gonna start at the beginning with the color red, green, blue, yellow, rose red, cyan, black, yellow green, pink red, yellow red, cyan green. As you could probably tell, the last 4 colors in the color mode are actually dual colors. The thing that's cool about that is the 2 different colors actually represent different things. So the very first color in the name, for instance, we're on right now cyan green. The cyan color is going to represent veins that are 0 to 3 millimeters away from the surface of the skin, and the green color is going to represent veins that are greater than 3 millimeters from the surface of the skin, which I think is a very cool feature. What's really cool about all of these different color options is that it gives you the opportunity to customize how clearly you're seeing and the experience that you're having based on different people's skin complexion and also the lighting in the room that you're working with. Now we're just gonna go back to our main menu by clicking this back button. And then I'm gonna toggle over one to the inverse setting, click OK, and I'm gonna show you what that means. So right now we are on the normal setting in inverse. If I click over one, it will take us to the inverse setting, which as you can see inverses our color. So now think about all of the different options that you have. We have 11 different color modes, and each of those is inversible. So you really have endless opportunities to customize what this looks like and help give you the best possible view. So now focusing on our screen, I'm gonna go back to normal, and then I'm gonna hit the back button to take us back to main menu, and let's go through another color option. Now we're on the color style black. We're gonna head back to the main screen and then go to our inverse setting again. We're on normal right now. I'm gonna click over one, and now focusing on the arm, that's what it looks like inversed. And you can do that, like I said, with every single color. Focusing on our screen again, let's move over to brightness. We have 3 different options for our brightness mode. Right now, I'm on the highest option. We're gonna move over one, and focusing on the arm now, that's what it looks like with our brightness on medium. And then we're gonna move over another one to the lowest setting. Again, this is just here for you to customize based on the lighting of the room that you're in and whatever helps you see the most clearly. I'm gonna leave it on high for now. Now we're gonna go over to our enhanced setting. This we just typically advise to keep on. I'm on enhanced right now. Focusing on the arm, I'm gonna move over to the normal mode, and you can see that that's what it looks like. We're gonna go back to enhanced because I think for this environment it gives me the sharpest view. Here is a more close-up view of what the projection looks like. And keep in mind, you can use this on so many places on the body, including the inner forearm, the back of the hand, the inside of the elbow, as well as the face for Botox, for example. And that would be if you want to avoid bruising. Now I want to give you a little bit of a close-up on how this tracks the blood flow in real time, and I want to show you just how specific this device is. So here I'm going to press down on these vessels. And you can see when I do that, the blood flow stops, and then when I let go, it fully returns. And that's just how sensitively it's tracking all of that blood flow. So again, like I said, you want your projection to be around 90-degree angle to the veins. And keep in mind that this is going to show you slightly wider of a projection than the vein itself. So you want to focus as closely to the center of the vein that you're looking for as possible, and preferably if you can use a skin marker to mark that center point, because that's going to be the exact center point of the vein. So again, just to show you, I'm gonna press on all of those vessels, and then let go, and you see them fill back up. And then you're gonna want to mark right as near to the center of that vein as you can, and that's where you're gonna aim. Okay, you guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on Aimvein. I think it's an amazing product. Tell me your role in the healthcare industry as well and how you see this fitting in. Are you a student? Are you a nurse? Let me know. I want to know who watches these videos. But I really hope you learned a thing or two about this awesome device. Check the description box for all of the information, and I will see you guys in the next one.